Hey guys, this is a market update. I want to show you one chart which is very important and very unusual in what it's doing right now. It's this, which is new address momentum for Bitcoin. We're going to talk about it in this video because this is going to essentially bull market territory, but we're still in a price bear market or consolidation. So let's go through that in this video. As for the price of BTC, very positive. We had the yearly high around here, 31,000. Profit taking and sell-offs drove us down to this 25 support level that we've very clearly turned into a big support level here. This kind of sell-off was broken, so we've broken through this. It's natural. In the last market update, I gave you this line at around 28,500 as a resistance level. You can see this, small kind of breakout we've had here, literally touched that and then got rejected off of it. Totally normal for that type of price action. Really, if we're going to continue an uptrend here, you'd want to see some consolidation here, and then testing this again, right? So testing this maybe a couple of times and seeing if short-term traders want to try and bite, go long, take long positions to drive us up. In terms of drawdowns, we're looking at 25 as a massive support level here, but it looks like we've rejected off the 25 support, meaning that is something that is now very strong support, and so we're going to be trading above that. What I want to draw your attention to is the moving average. You can see the moving average, just essentially we're in an uptrend, right? So price is extremely volatile, but if you look at a moving average of the price, we're in an uptrend right now, and I think it's quite plain to see. Now, I want to tell you why we're in an uptrend, even despite what's going on in the world right now, which is fairly negative for risk assets. If you're a trader, check out Bybit. Link in the description. You can get a bonus if you're new, up to $30,000. So just check the link below. You can see the details there. If you can't trade on Bybit, check out Apex Exchange. It's Bybit's on-chain exchange. Send crypto to your wallet and trade on-chain. I'll leave details, links, and tutorial videos down in the description. I want to show you this data because this is something that has never happened before. We need to pay attention to it. This cuts out all of the noise, in my opinion. This is a signal. There's two things that affect Bitcoin price. The first is the macro, the outside, interest rates, inflation, central banks, world growth. That absolutely has an effect on Bitcoin. We can see that through the cycles. The second part is just the fundamental growth. Human beings taking it up for the first time and using it. You need both, of course. Macro is short term, actually, because those cycles affect things short term, but the fundamental adoption has to be the actual thing you're investing in. You're not investing in a price. You're investing in an asset that fundamentally has value, and you think that over 5, 10, 15 years, it just gains more because it grows. What you want to look at is the amount of people using it. Address growth. So we have new address momentum here on Glassnode. New address momentum clearly during bull markets peaks, right? More people come in. That obviously more people, more interest, price goes up, draws more people in, more people coming in using the network. The momentum in new addresses spikes. And then during bear markets, it comes down. We are now at levels seen in the two previous bull markets when prices spiked hundreds of percent, new all-time highs. The most interest you get in the network is during those events. We now have the same level of new addresses coming into Bitcoin that we had during those bull markets, and we are nowhere near the bull market. Something is happening here, right? This is just pure data. I don't want to speculate on what the price is going to be, but when you are investing in something, you can't just hope that the price goes up. You have to look fundamentally. It's very simple with Bitcoin. Are more people coming into this network over time? It's literally that. There's nothing else, because you have a fixed supply asset. You have a halving in 6 months where the new supply is going to get halved. Are more people desiring this or not? If fewer people desire it over time, it's done. If more people desire it over time and continue to desire it, it's going up. There's just no other calculation to be had. This new address momentum is something we've never seen before, which is, as you can see, during a bear market or a recovery out of a bear market, we have never seen new address momentum spikes like this before. So this is unique. This bear market or recovery is unique. I'm not saying that this can then go higher and higher. Maybe it comes down. But what I want to do is get rid of the price for right now. This is what you're investing in, right? A network with more human beings coming over time, growing, you can see, even during the bear market. So for this part in the cycle, we have an incredible address momentum here. Just wanted to look at Ethereum as well in terms of new address momentum. It's not growing like BTC. However, a lot of the new address momentum on Ethereum is happening on layer 2. So a lot of the layer 2s there have, quite large growth. And so this new address momentum, you can't really compare it L1 to L1. Ethereum is scaling through L2 and lots of differences there. But as a clean asset which you can look at, I know, Lightning has some adoption, but it's not very big. As an asset, humans are desiring this and flocking to this network. So something is happening here, and it's incredibly strong. And I would expect that to be reflected in the price, even though times are tough and people have less money to go around. So we're not going to get 300% move this year. But Bitcoin is strong. It's fundamentally strong. And so that's why I'm bullish now. And the price going down, something that doesn't enter my mind. Macro can force us there. Financial crash, yes. But that's what I'm invested in. In terms of the ETFs as well, it looks like things are happening, right? And so I don't know if the new address momentum and the price going up over the last few weeks is, hedge funds and maybe some, more institutional type players taking positions here, because a lot happens under the surface that doesn't come out in the mainstream media or even on, Twitter. But we have a lot of people that work in the industry. This guy runs an ETF firm, and there's many other analysts with ETF. They think things are happening with the Bitcoin ETF. Some things are different. You can see issuers clearly feeling more confident in SEC approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF. Some comments from some ETF providers. Here's one from Bitwise. I expect we'll see a spot Bitcoin ETF this calendar year. And then VanEck CEO, it looks like early 2024, we will probably see a spot product. Pretty wild for Bitcoin. And then yesterday, the Ethereum futures ETFs launched. They did not have good uptake. Pretty poor volumes. Now, an Ethereum futures ETF is completely inappropriate for retail investors. It's a bear market. There's really no reason to buy that. It's not something that would have any demand, in my opinion. And so it didn't. Bitcoin is a little bit different. But I think trading the ETF announcements and everything is way past what you should be trading right now. It's just completely irrelevant, to be honest. ETFs are great for long-term passive investment flows over 5-10 years. The market kind of knows that these ETFs are coming at this point, and everyone's positioned for it. And so I don't think it's a big deal. I think the Bitcoin spot ETFs are probably going to cause a decent amount of trade and speculation around that time, but I don't think it's going to be as huge as people think in terms of investment flows right now. I think it's better for long term. Again, long-term investors, something to trade. I think that opportunity is way past, and it's been too drawn out, and there's no real tradable event at this point. In terms of ETH, the ETH futures ETFs being launched essentially confirm that Ethereum is viewed as a commodity by US regulators. So you have Bitcoin and ETH viewed as commodities by those regulators. So that's what they're going to be viewed as, which I think is good for the growth of them, just because owning that asset underlying, you need it as a commodity to be used in the network properly. And so if Ethereum is a commodity, there are many other layer 1 coins that will also be viewed as that as well in time. But ETH and Bitcoin have, a massive head start over them. ETFs will not determine the success of these assets. There are thousands of ETFs out there. Most of them track products that are garbage and go down in value. So ETFs are not bullish for me. The underlying assets are bullish because they're growing. That's what you have to be invested in. All else being equal, Bitcoin is growing. It's growing as a network. And so the price is going to go up at the rate of natural growth of the network, which is extremely strong right now. Macro is going to push us around, and that's fine. Without a large financial crash, I think Bitcoin does pretty strong and doesn't really give many opportunities to the bears. If there is a financial crash, everything gets sold off, and then the Fed steps in again, and we know what happens there. So very confident right now just in the fundamentals of Bitcoin. If you are a trader, check out Bybit deposit bonus. You can get up to 30K as a deposit bonus when you trade, or you can check out Apex, which is Bybit's on-chain futures trading. That's only for advanced traders though. Links in description for everything. I'm James with Money's EG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.